Hey guys, Mitch here with the AudioDabbler YouTube channel, and I just kind of want to show you what happens with your Eventide apps whenever you save a preset in AUV3 versus standalone. So right now, I emailed Eventide and they are aware, they are working on a fix for this, and so portions of this video may be irrelevant. Actually, the only portion of this video that will be irrelevant is the fact that you have to save your presets inside the standalone mode versus AUV3 in order for them to show up inside the Files app. So I have the Files app here, and as you can see, there is no black hole folder here, but there is a micro pitch folder and there is an UltraTap folder. And so what I need to do to get that folder to appear is just open up black hole. Because I primarily use them in AUV3, I didn't really even notice this until somebody was asking the presets, and I was like, well, how do you share? I can even share. And so I emailed them, and they're like, hey, you got to save it inside the standalone mode, and then it'll appear. And so I have these, these presets that I've messed around with, and so what I can do is I can just save this and say I didn't really like Slushy. I can maybe, where I wanted to rename it Slushy with a capital, make it a little more, what do you call it, professional, with capitalization and all that good jazz. But now if I go up, I have a black hole folder on my iPad, and there is a thing called Slushy. Now from here, because it is in the files and it is exposed to the files, I can do any number of things as far as sharing this particular preset. So I could select it, I can drag it over, I can move it to Dropbox, I can move it to, Drive, Audio Share, however you want. I can email it. So however you normally share things, this is why, you can do it, because I think the Files app is really useful, and I think it's becoming a lot more useful for things. And so I will leave a link in the description, and once they get the whole AV3 being able to, save to the folder thing figured out, then that will be great. But for now, if you want to save a preset, just open up the presets. If you're not using it in standalone mode, just open it up in standalone mode, resave the preset that you want, and it will appear, and then you can just share it however you want to. Now, in order to retrieve a saved preset that you want, then it's just a matter of moving it to back to that particular folder. And so I'm going to have some presets that I'm going to share on my UltraTap, the glitchy one and stuff. I haven't saved them yet, and this was just testing and getting the process for this video. But all you're going to do is go to your Dropbox folder or wherever, I'm going to save it as Dropbox. But just go into your presets. So UltraTap, and there's Init 3, and so all I have to do is just select and move, or I could do select and share, save to files, however I want to, but just make sure that you put it on your iPad in the right folder for UltraTap or whatever you're doing. So this one is UltraTap, and then add, and it will add, and obviously there's both in there, or there's one already in there, and so I'm just going to stop that. But that's how you do it, and then once it's in that folder, it will be in both the AUV3 and the standalone versions. And that's the lowdown and dirty on preset sharing for Eventide. So even when they get that fixed as far as the AUV3 issue done, there's still not a way to share inside of here, inside of the preset itself. Just easier too, instead of having to share and export from the app. Well, if you save a user preset, let's just put it in the files. That way I don't have to build any extra code. Apple's already done the files, and then from the files you have access to everything else. And if somebody wants to preset, you don't have to go through some convoluted process of loading things here and copying into audio share or here, and then copying into the app and importing and all that stuff. You can just drag a preset to a folder, and then you're done. And so it's I think it's a little better workflow as far as preset sharing, just to be able to drag a particular file into a folder and be done, and that's it. And so yeah, so thanks for watching. Hopefully this was helpful and useful. Leave it a thumbs up if you got something out of it, and if you would like these presets, I'm definitely going to share them in the description. Other things in the description of this video is going to be Patreon and PayPal if you're into supporting creators that way. If not, then just share this on your favorite social media site, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will talk to you guys later.